Welcome back to Tangible Tunes Interviews. We are so excited to introduce Luka Lohr, an East Lansing-based artist whose music lives in those late-night moments of overthinking, reflection, and figuring out who you really are. Her song, Am I, explores what happens when someone else's idea of you doesn't match the person you know yourself to be. At the heart of Luka's music is the reminder that people are allowed to be complicated, imperfect, selfish, bitter, growing, and everything in between. We're so excited to talk with her about Am I, her approach to songwriting, and the artist she's becoming. So Luka, you describe your music as being for people who talk to themselves in the mirror at night. What kinds of thoughts or emotions are you hoping listeners recognize in your songs?
Honestly, I want to make you feel sad. I want you to listen to my song and remember the time you wanted to kill yourself, and then I want to make you feel powerful. I love a switch up in a song, which is what I really like about Am I. That beat drop into what the fuck is going on really makes you I envision it as a villain who's winning, which I think is kind of a metaphor for how it is to be raised a girl and not be allowed to express your anger. That kind of feels monstrous and messy, and that's kind of how I want you to feel when you listen to the song.
So you mentioned that everything in your music is created by you, which is awesome. So what does having complete creative control allow you to express that might otherwise get lost?
I think it's what I was talking about before, which is that it lets me express what I otherwise wouldn't say because I'm trying to be rational. And also because I work completely alone, I can try things that I don't know if they're going to be cringy or sound literally god-awful because that delete button is right there. And I've had other singers come over and record before, and I can see that unease of someone watching you and listening to you, and even if you know they're not going to judge you, I think it's just something you have to do alone. So sometimes I'll just teach them how to record themselves and then go upstairs, because that privacy, I think, makes for really good takes, and that's really all we're going for.
When did you first realize that music could be a way for you to communicate your perspective and the inner world?
I've been writing poetry since 7th grade, pretty much ever since I got the compliment that my cat's here, that I was good at rhyming, and I have a note in my notes app that's genuinely 13 pages long, and it has every piece of poetry that I've written since junior year of high school on it. And I'm terrified of losing it because that's my life's work. What do you mean? But other than that, I've always been a daydreamer to other people's music, pretty much since I've understood what lyrics mean. I was able to, pretty much since I learned English. So I've always been expressing myself through other people's music, but it was around 2024 that I started to learn to produce and pretty much put pen to music. Shh.
Because you handle every part of the creative process yourself, which stage of making a song feels the most natural to you, and which part challenges you the most?
I found that if I sit down at my piano, usually a whole song comes out. It's the production part that really gets me, because I'm self-taught. I taught myself over the last 2 years how to do it, and it's literally a whole new language. And I remember getting a 90-day trial of Logic Pro and sitting down to do it and feeling so utterly confused and crying. I'm a really big frustrated crier, so if I can't get something first try, because I've always been a perfectionist, or if I can't do something the way I want to, I get so frustrated that I cry. And I think I'm my own, naturally my own biggest critic, and I think everything I do is amateur and stupid, even if people tell me it's not and tell me this is good. I don't believe you. And this really happened with my first song, Blood Sugar, and in the week that I made it, I think the last bounce of it is blood sugar. Oh my god, please let this be the last one. So that's pretty much how my songwriting process goes and how I release music. But yeah, the hardest part is production.
And so when you write from a place of anger or bitterness, how do you keep the song honest without letting the emotion completely take over? Or do you just simply allow the emotions to completely take over?
I just let it take over. Fuck it. I think it makes a better song when you're dramatic and over the top. And in my real life, I'm annoyingly rational. Like, my therapist will tell you I'm rational to my own detriment. So I don't like to do that in my songwriting because this is mine. If I want to say fuck you, I'm going to say fuck you without any nuance of the situation, without considering your side. Because this is not a conversation where I'm trying to fix something. This is, at the end of the day, me venting to myself, so I get to be as messy as I want to be.